Hey, Sunday night soul timers. I hope you're doing well. Had a good weekend. We are going to take a pause this week, and I want to really invite you to focus on honoring your beingness. So much of the work and the topics that we've been discussing this year so far have been all about moving out of this energy of survival into thriving. And most of you that tune into this are female leaders. And so you know that this year has just been next level crazy and busy. Travel is back. The pressure that comes with what's happening with the economy has been felt by many in a very real and visceral way. And I've seen it in so many of you that are part of the Women's Purpose community, that it's been really hard to catch a breath, to catch a break, and to really connect to the soul within. So that's why we've been doing the work and focusing on the topics that we've been focusing on so far, helping you from a foundational and an understanding about the truth of who you really are, get yourself out of feeling trapped by survival consciousness, because you create the reality you experience. Right? So getting intentional, focusing on what you want to create for your life, making the time and space for it, and really looking at, as we did so much last month, surrendering the identities, the masks, the personas, the ways of being that, quite frankly, you're addicted to and think you just have to be, or you're just so comfortable being them, you don't know how to make a change. And as we have the last two Sunday night soul times, really focus on remembering the soul within. It is the key to remembering the soul within that actually helps you to become free from self-imposed limitation, from being that hamster on the wheel. It's a journey in remembrance. And so much of that journey connects to our topic tonight, which is, just being, honoring just being. Taking time to just be. It's often said, if we're not in the present moment, like we are disconnected from ourselves, we're not truly happy. And there are definitely spiritual theories and reasons around that. And it's really because when we're not in the present moment, we're in here, we're in the ego mind, we're in worry, we're in doubt, we're basically denying our true nature with the divine. We are in fear, not faith. We are in worry, not trust. And so we are thinking it's all up to us. We're trying to control via the mind, unnecessarily, many times, driving ourselves crazy. There was a book written, I forget the year it was published, it's called The Worry Cure. And it's, basically you have about 30,000 between, depending on how much of a thinker you are, 10 to 30,000 thoughts a day. The overwhelming majority, we're talking like 85% of them, are negative fear-based thoughts, of which like 95% never come to fruition. So your state of being is really centered here, and it's about you becoming into conscious awareness of that, rather than just letting the mind run you, taking conscious ownership for how you're showing up, if you're staying connected to the present moment. So I want to invite you this week to just really find time to connect to that state of beingness that is your true nature. That is where peace and serenity lives for you. Getting out of the illusion of control, over analysis, paralysis, and just allowing yourself to be fully immersed in what is in front of you, into the here and now. And so there's three practices I'm going to give to you tonight to do that, and to practice that, and to just invite more of this in, knowing it is a practice, and it's all about just showing up for the practice, doing your best with it. Do not focus on mastery. Do not focus on mastering these exercises. Focus on, from an intentional standpoint, showing up for them, doing your best. And so the first one is to give fully to the present moment, give fully to what's in front of you. Be here now. So whatever you're doing, if you're talking to someone, listen to them, be fully immersed. If you're doing something at work, be fully immersed in what you're doing rather than what's happening 2 hours from now in your mind. So don't be here, but elsewhere, somewhere else upstairs, right? Do your best to be fully in it. A great way to do this is just anchor in the physical body, like feel the physical body. If you're walking, right? If you're taking a walk, if you're, like me, I used to live in New York City, be like in your body walking, not in your head elsewhere. Like feel your feet on the ground, take in the surroundings, fully be there, be in your body. The 5 senses are a great way in connecting to them to anchor into the present moment. So give yourself fully to the present moment as best you can is practice number 1. Number 2 is to pause the story that's going on in the mind, whether it's in the past of what just happened or already in the future. When you notice your thoughts are not lining up with exactly what's in front of you, pause and redirect as best you can. It is a practice. Be here now, not just in body, but in the mind and the heart. And when you notice you aren't, come back to center. And the third is to make time for inner reflection, whether that is sitting and, meditating, whether that is journaling. It is training the brain, so much of this. So being able to do the second practice, be here now, just not in, body, but in thought, in heart. It's about making time, having consistent practice of inner reflection because, there's some neural pathways, right? So that is really going to help you to be present, is that you have a consistent, ideally daily, though weekly is okay, time where you go within meditation, journaling, something of that nature. Okay. So to honor your state of beingness, to bring this more fully into your life, number 1, give fully to the present moment. When you notice your mind is elsewhere, number 2, pause and redirect into the present. And 3, adopt some kind of consistent at whatever pace you can. Start weekly, start once a week, that you make time to go within. I promise you, if you take on these things just as best you can from baby steps, you will start to experience a greater peace and joy in your life when we are fully present, when we are free from worry and doubt, and we are just here, just alive for the moment. That's where real happiness and joy can exist. So I wish you luck with it. And we'll see you next Sunday, Soul Time. Bye for now.